Star Wars producer Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly very hard to work with. Apparently she has tight control on set and reportedly is unwilling to let directors make their creative decisions. In June of 2016, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who were to direct the Han Solo movie, left, citing creative differences and creative control. And this month, September of 2017, Colin Trevorrow has now left the Episode 9 film. The official release says that they mutually chosen to part ways. But insiders say that Colin was asked to leave. And that brings us to the question for this video. Who could replace Colin Trevorrow? I'm going to give you my top 10 list. That's coming right up. Hello to all my friends out there. This is Jesse. You're watching JLS Comics. Thanks for pressing play once again. So, as I just said, we're going to be talking about 10 directors who can replace Colin Trevorrow for Episode 9. Star Wars Episode 9, that is. We're going to jump right down the list, and I'm going to save my favorite for last. It'll be the number one pick on here. And in fact, the last two will be probably the best or most likely to replace him. And I'd be looking forward to seeing your comments on who you think would be a good replacement for Colin Trevorrow. So go ahead and leave that down below. So we'll just kick this off right here with number 10, Joe Johnston. Joe Johnston gave us The Rocketeer, Captain America: The First Avenger, and the recently announced Chronicles of Narnia: The Silver Chair. Number 9 on the list will be Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is very famously known for the Dark Knight trilogy. He also is fresh off the heels of success for Dunkirk, World War II hyper-realistic film, and Interstellar as well was highly regarded, being a large galactic film with a sweeping story spanning time and space. Seems very appropriate for the Star Wars world as well. Number 8 on the list, we have Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve is the director of Arrival, the upcoming film Dune, which is a highly anticipated reboot of a classic film, classic story, and of course Blade Runner 2049 starring Harrison Ford, out very soon. Number 7 on the list, we have Patty Jenkins. Patty Jenkins was the director of Wonder Woman for Warner Brothers DC Comics, and she is possibly going to be on the film, but as of this recording is unsigned for Wonder Woman Part 2, the sequel. Up next, we have Andy Muschietti. Andy Muschietti is the director of a film that is out tomorrow, as a matter of fact, called It, a Stephen King reboot film of a classic 1980s film, as well as the novel, and it is very highly regarded, very positively regarded at this point, and in fact a lot of people are saying that it is the best reimagining of a Stephen King film to date. So he is high with success right now. Up next, we have Anna DuVernay. Anna DuVernay is giving us Wrinkle in Time, highly anticipated film, as well as Selma, that won a lot of awards. And J.J. Abrams, as a matter of fact, said that she would be a perfect Star Wars director. So up next, we have Guillermo Del Toro, the Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, Pacific Rim, and Hobbit movie director. He's known for practical effects, beautiful imagery, and sweeping, large-scale stories, a la the Hobbit world. He also has The Shape of Water coming up. He directed The Strain, the TV show. He actually was approached for Star Wars Episode 8, but he had to turn that down for scheduling, possibly for Shape of Water and Pacific Rim 2. But he would be a great person for this as well. It would be nice to see his take on the world. So number 2, actually number 3, we'll do that first. George Lucas. George Lucas, he's retired at this point, but he stated once, way back in the late 70s, that he wanted to direct the last film in the 3 sets of 3 for the Skywalker saga. So does he still want to? I don't know. Number 2 on the list is going to be J.J. Abrams. He's very well connected to the Star Wars world. He was both director and producer for Star Wars The Force Awakens and for the upcoming The Last Jedi. He is on as executive producer. He did leave Star Trek to come over and direct Star Wars. And he likes to really direct and then for the first, and then once the sequel comes out, kind of step into a producer role, step kind of back a little bit, and bring in a new voice for it. So I'd like to see him in this. He's there. He's one of the two that sort of come out from the Kathleen Kennedy camp unscathed. And I don't think he is wanting to do it himself, but I think that he would be great for episode 9. And my number one pick is Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson, as a matter of fact, also came out of episode 8 unscathed. I think that he would be perfect to step into episode 9. He's already got the story, the feel of the films in place. He can continue with that momentum, carrying it forward. He's already deeply attached to the franchise, and it would be nice to see that consistent voice through the final installment of the franchise. So that is it. That is my number 10, my top 10 picks, that is, for replacements for Colin Trevorrow. As I said, feel free to leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear who you would pick, who your number one choice would be for a replacement, and what you think of this list as well. If it's your first time stopping here, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. Love to have you here as part of the JLS Comics family. And that should do it for this video. See you guys soon.